America effectively has two Independence Days, reflecting a history where the arrival of liberty was a staggered, often delayed process. The first arrived in 1776. The Declaration of Independence promised liberty to the new nation, while explicitly excluding millions of enslaved people from that very promise. On January 1, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln attempted to address this exclusion by issuing the Emancipation Proclamation. This executive order officially declared that all enslaved people held in states currently in rebellion against the Union were now legally free. A legal promise requires physical power to become a reality for those in bondage. In 1863, freedom for the enslaved remained entirely dependent on the advance of the Union Army. Confederate leaders rejected Lincoln's authority, effectively ignoring the Emancipation Proclamation to maintain the institution of slavery within their borders. Union forces had to advance state by state to mandate compliance, slowly bringing the reach of the law into Confederate territory. Texas remained geographically isolated from this military enforcement for 2.5 years, allowing slavery to persist long after it was legally abolished. Liberation materialized as a slow, grueling geographical reality. Hundreds of thousands in Texas waited for their freedom to catch up to the law as Union forces finally reached the far western edge of the South. That wait ended on June 19, 1865. Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, bringing the military presence necessary to finally enforce the end of the Civil War in the region. Leading these forces was Union Major General Gordon Granger, the commander responsible for taking control of this final Confederate stronghold. Granger immediately issued General Order No. 3, a massive logistical enforcement peacefully shattering the institution of slavery across Texas. The explicit text informed the people that, in accordance with the presidential proclamation, all enslaved people were now absolutely free. This announcement served as the first enforceable notification of freedom for approximately 250,000 African Americans. This moment in Galveston represents the physical end of legal slavery in the United States, as final institutional resistance was neutralized by Granger's command. June 19th celebrates the physical enforcement of liberty, marking the day the military finally made the promise of freedom a reality for the people of Texas. Today, Juneteenth stands as a second Independence Day, reflecting a history where freedom arrived in distinct physical stages. African American communities maintained this regional tradition through church services and grassroots gatherings for over a century before it reached the national stage. In the modern era, activists like Opal Lee, the grandmother of Juneteenth, spent decades campaigning to transform this community memory into a national holiday. This long-term advocacy succeeded in 2021, when the Juneteenth National Independence Day Act passed with bipartisan support and was signed into law by President Joe Biden. The evolution of a handwritten military order into a national holiday highlights how persistent advocacy can turn a regional memory into a permanent federal standard for liberty. Modern celebrations include a wide range of public gatherings, from community festivals and parades to historical exhibits. Families observe through reunions and community cookouts, studying African American history, often using the holiday to support Black-owned businesses. The holiday balances these joyous celebrations with a solemn opportunity to reflect on the historical pursuit of civil rights. If you want to see more deep dives into American history, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and follow us for more. Ultimately, Juneteenth reminds the nation that the concept of American freedom is only truly meaningful when it finally reaches every citizen.